and welcome to this short video about fingering on the flute, or some of the little intricacies of basic fingering. Now we've got just some little awkward moments on the flute where we're swapping from one thing to another, or one note to another, that can be particularly awkward, so we're just going to have a look at them. First of all, we're going to actually look at the note F sharp, and now to play an F sharp, of course, we have this finger on and we've got our pinky on the end there, and we're just going to look at this idea of swapping F sharp to F natural. Now that's quite an unusual thing to have to do with your fingers, and of course that's the movement. If I just blow that and take in a big breath, you need to do that nice and slowly first of all, and as you become accustomed to it, you can speed it up a little bit. Now, there is another way to play F sharp on the flute. It's actually the same on a saxophone. You play with this middle finger. Now, very similar sound. This one, the end finger, is our go-to F sharp. That's the one we want to really get used to on the flute, but there are instances where this one's going to be quite helpful. I swap to the other one. Very small difference between the two. Now, so have a go at doing both those F sharp. We're going to change from F sharp to D. Now this means that two fingers have got to go down, but the little finger's got to come up. Now if you were doing that in a very fast piece of music, well, you probably wouldn't bother getting the little finger back on, so we'd actually play it without the little finger. Because obviously you couldn't swap that little finger at that kind of speed. But make sure when you start pressing out initially, you do use that little finger, keep that little finger on. You could just go to the D sharp or E flat. That gets you used to just moving those two fingers. And then try and coordinate with that little finger. Okay. Let's just try G to D as well. So we've got the little finger on for G and then coming off for D. Oops, see, even I go wrong sometimes. So here's G. And again, if you're doing it really fast, you wouldn't bother with the little finger, but get used to that coordination. It seems a bit odd at first. The other thing that is tricky on the flute, of course, is when we play the middle D, we're taking our first finger off. So we need to be able to change from low D to high D just by doing that. But this makes it difficult, doesn't it? When we're going from C, just changing one note higher involves us putting all those fingers on, lifting the first finger on, lifting the end finger off. So one awkward thing to do, just change one note. But it's the way it works. We've got to get used to it. So play C. And just get used to changing C to D. That's all you need to do. You can leave these fingers on. Again, if you're in a particularly fast piece of music, you might find it easy to leave those on when you're playing the C, but that's a little bit more advanced. Just get used to that idea of being able to swap them all and coordinate them all together. Okay, good luck with that. See you next time. Bye.